You almost ready yet?
Almost.
What are you wearing?
It's RPG day.
You don't need to dress up.
What?
No, you don't need to dress up.
Thought that's what we was doing.
No, who told you that?
But that's what we had planned.
No? What are you supposed to be anyway?
I'm a level 50 paladin.
Right.
Coming up on this week's show,
We take a look at Pandora's Tower, the new JRPG for the Wii.
we talk about RPGs in general.
And where they're going wrong.
Oh yes.
And we have a look back at our top 5 RPG games. Okay, so this week we're taking a look at the new JRPG hack and slash thing, Pandora's Tower for the Wii.
Yeah, thing indeed, because this game just not make a lick of sense. I mean, it's like playing Eco. Is it Eco? No, Shadow of the Colossus. Sorry, they were pretty much the same game.
They're very similar.
Shadow of Colossus, where you've got to hunt down 13 beasts to find these hearts, to feed this girl, to
stop
save her life.
Coming from some sort of demon thing.
Tell you what, at the end of this game, I can see her being the last boss. They're not going to tell you, but you know something's going to go seriously wrong with this storyline. It's just there.
Yeah. But I mean, to be honest, if you want to know the ending, just look for the Japanese ending, because obviously it's already been released in Japan.
The graphics-wise on this game, for Wii standards, is brilliant.
Good.
I mean, the cinematics just look amazing. I mean, we're talking mixed between Final Fantasy originals with Zelda type games. The combat, I mean, what can we say about the combat?
It's like a mix between Zelda and Devil May Cry.
Yeah, it is very hack and slashy, and that going against these 13 big bosses, there's got to be some special button bashing moves. It's on the Wii. You've got to have it.
But with some waggle controls.
You've got to have the shaking about and everything. You've got to.
Ew, nasty.
Ah, yes, the eating of the hearts. The feast of many feasts.
Yeah. Apparently this is going to save her from becoming...
release the beasts.
Yeah. Get rid of her freaky tentacles.
It's just... wow.
Even the box looks sexy.
Right, so that was the trailer for Pandora's Tower on the Wii. It looks like an amazing game.
It does look like it's going to be quite fun.
I have got a few problems with it though.
What?
It's a Wii game.
That's the problem, isn't it?
Where's my goddamn wiggle control?
That's console list.
Where's my goddamn wiggle remotes?
The
Wii is supposed to be the wiggle.
There is some aiming controls in it with the chain controls and stuff where you're whipping characters or you're using it to sort of get around the environment. There is sort of like some pointing and clicking on things like that. Basically, this is going to be the last proper game on the Wii.
It's not a disappointment though.
No.
I'm quite proud of the way this looks.
I mean, there was this, there was, what was it called? Xenogears, Xenosaga, something like that. I can't remember exactly what the title was.
Yeah, there was 3 of them, wasn't there?
I think it was Xenosaga Chronicles and The Last Story.
Yeah, I remember The Last Story. I don't know what the other one was, like you say.
It was very Final Fantasy.
Overall rating, what shall we give it?
It's hard to say, but looking at it, I'd rate it quite highly. I think it'd be worth getting, especially since it is going to be one of the last proper games on the Wii that isn't a movie license or a sports license or something like that.
Until the Wii U.
Until the Wii U in November, I think it is.
You ain't got long to wait.
No.
Overall, I'd say I'd give it a 3.
3? Oh, out of 5. That's what you did there.
That's a pretty high rating, come on. We do it out of 5 people.
Number 5.
At 5 we have Kingdom of Amalur's The Reckoning. This game's quite new. It's got all you need for an RPG.
Number 4.
And number 4, we have to just say Bethesda, because we're at a stop.
Yeah, we couldn't decide on this one. I mean, I preferred Fallout 3 personally.
And I preferred Skyrim.
Okay, so this week we have got a brand new Resident Evil 6 trailer, which a lot of you have probably already seen by now, but I actually can't wait for this game.
it does look absolutely amazing. I mean, I was a big fan of Resident Evil 5.
It's a bit of a sore point for some people.
It may be a sore point for some people, but the graphics was good. The gameplay was good for like 1 or 2 playthroughs.
Yeah, for an action game,
and
it was good.
It was a brilliant game. It wasn't a horror game. Resident Evil hasn't really been a horror game since Resident Evil 4 in my eyes. It wasn't greatly scary.
No, 4 did have some genuine scares in it, and this looks like it's going to go back to that. A lot of sort of dark hallways.
Well, I hope it does. I mean, it was a letdown in Resident Evil 5 where there was no scares and it was all action.
Yeah, I can't remember a single scare in that game. I can remember a lot of frustrations, but no scares.
I think Wesker freaked me out a couple of times, but I was more scared of the fact that it was going to kick the crap out of me.
That's what the gorillas.
Speaking of Wesker,
he's got his kid in this game.
Yeah.
He fights like Wesker.
Yeah, I recognise that fighting style anyway. I got my ass handed to me a fair few times to that fighting style.
Another bit about this game, and I'm really interested to see this, is the friction between Leon and Chris. Finally, it's in a game!
Yeah, Leon's looking old, by the way, in this.
Oh, is he just? He's gone a bit.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we're talking a lot from Resident Evil 2.
Oh yeah, a long time that's passed, I suppose.
He's been there through Raccoon City, that's got to age you. That's got to age you a bit of stress right there.
We met? No, you jarheads all look the same to me, pal, sorry. You know, those shots of yours pack one hell of a punch, lady.
But one thing about this that is interesting, there's actually 6 playable characters. You've got Chris and his partner, BSAA agent. That's a mouthful to say.
Yet again, another one though. I mean,
who basically
brought back Sheva like
no,
that.
Sheva's completely. This game is Sheva free, so that's always a plus.
I quite like Sheva.
Basically, Chris is on the hunt for Ada Wong, who basically, by the looks of things, killed his entire squad.
Although, if you can remember Resident Evil 4, you could actually play as her and she was a great help.
Yeah, she seemed to help Leon quite a lot, and Leon, for some reason, never tried to kill her. And it looks to be the same in this, so there's going to be a lot of tension between Leon and Chris. One wants her dead, the other wants her alive.
One slept with someone's sister. We'll not go there.
Yeah.
She's the one who did all this!
Resident Evil 6.
Number 3.
The Final Fantasy series in general. We know there's a lot of fans out there, so we can't just pick one number. Personally, though, I'd have to say number 10.
Number 2.
The Fable series. Now, me personally, once again, only really liked Fable 1 and Fable 3. Fable 2 was a little bit of a sore point for me. We want a fully 3D, fully playable Pokemon.
Heart Gold and Soul Silver were the best ones that they've done so far. I mean, I think I don't know if anyone else
They were
agrees with me,
brilliant. I mean, could you imagine actually running around in grass? I mean, look at the graphics you get on Xbox and PS3 nowadays. Running around in the grass, boom, Pokemon.
Yeah. I mean, if
the graphics you could put on the Pokemon.
actually have their proper noises for once, rather than some weird jumbled electronic noises for some reason. But no, I mean, it would be really good. I mean, they've done it with Colosseum and XD on the GameCube.
Weren't really.
How long ago was that now?
A long time.
At least 5 years ago.
They didn't
6 years
satisfy
ago.
me. That did not satisfy me.
No.
I want a proper Pokemon game. I want to fight gym leaders. I want badges. I want to fight people in the street. I want to do tasks where you got to go collect a special ball.
Yeah, I've
or wake up Snorlax.
Imagine that on the Wii, playing the flute on the Wii remote.
Exactly. That would be amazing. Sit up, mate. You drunk?
Don't fall asleep. It's okay.
Honestly, everybody, just jump on the bandwagon. Just start ranting about it online. Get Pokemon done in 3D.
I know there is a lot of people out there that do want this as well, and I know that the creators of it have said before that they probably never would do one, which is a bit of a letdown, really. I mean, if everyone wants it, why not give it to us? Number 1.
And at number 1, the greatest RPG ever, and I'd like to see anybody say any different. is the Pokemon Gold and Silver. More to the point, Soul Silver and Heart Gold.
Experience the enhanced gameplay.
Okay, I'm sure by now, if you've seen a few of our videos before, we have a lot of opinions. Whether or not people agree with them,
Can kiss my ass.
there we go.
It's our show. As this is our show, and as this show is about RPGs, especially this week, we've decided we're going to go on an RPG run.
Yes.
And not the nice type.
No. I mean, for starters, what has happened to turn-based RPGs?
Final Fantasy.
It's not been good for at least 10 years, everyone knows it.
I mean, the best game I can remember of Final Fantasy was Final Fantasy X. You had the turn-based system that told you everything.
Yeah.
You had a picture and everything.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you select your move, it shows you who's going to attack next, and that was brilliant. It was a really good idea because you could properly plan your battles. You had a proper strategy for what you could do.
Or you could just slap Whacker in haste.
Yeah, and just let him go completely mental on everything that's on the screen. I mean, I've played 3, I played 4, I think I played 6, I've played 9 all the way through and finished, I played 10 all the way through and finished, I played 12 and hated it. It's basically just a Star Wars rip-off, let's be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Everything about it was a Star Wars rip-off. Just really, if you never noticed it before, go back and look at it and really, really think about it.
Look at the storyline. It is basically Princess Leia.
Desert orphan boy meets a princess, meets some lovable rogue who tells him how to do things.
Turns out to be a sister or something.
Yeah, who has a companion that is a completely different creature. Set in the desert. I mean, you even get at one point get kidnapped onto a flying ship that is owned by... Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I got kidnapped on a flying ship about 3 times on that damn game.
Yeah, I lost interest after that.
To be fair, I did play that game quite a bit. Final Fantasy XII was alright on its own, but not as a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah.
It was a different game altogether.
And 13...
Oh, I'm not talking about 13. 13 is a sore point for me. It was terrible. My God. I've never played so much diarrhea in my life. It was horrible. You shouldn't have been put on a disc. Should have just been flushed down the toilet.
I mean, I didn't even get what was supposed to be happening. Was it turn-based? Was it real-time? Was it hack and slash? Was it shit? Yes.
Definitely shit.
What about dwarves and elves?
That actually brings up another thing. I mean, elves are in pretty much every RPG game. But dwarfs. What happened to dwarfs in a lot of the RPG games?
At some point they become extinct.
They talk about them as if they're a legend.
Yeah, they become extinct at some point in most RPGs.
Where's my dwarfs?
But
elves
are apparently a rampant race, like rabbits.
I mean, I've been playing... Thank you, Yoshi. Kingdom of Amalur, The Reckoning. They have elves in this, they have humans in this, and you can talk to dwarfs in this. Why can't I be a dwarf?
You love your dwarfs, don't you?
Why can't I be a dwarf? I mean, seriously, was the beef with dwarfs?
What did they do exactly to gain...
Why did Gimli piss you off so much? What is wrong with them? But yeah, you will eventually fight a giant rat. And a spider. If you are scared of spiders, then get an RPG game. Just simple. You know you're going to fight RPG spiders.
You will fight...
And you also fight fucking skeletons, because there are there's too many of them.
You always get skeletons, rats, spiders, dragons...
Some gremlin or goblin of some sort.
Yeah, some kind of weak goblin thing. Basically, they're all the same now. I mean, if you want to play a decent RPG, chances are...
Go back to Fable.
There we go. Go back and play Fable.
You can only be a human on it. Who gives a damn? It's a good game.
You're superpowered.
Go back to Fable. And that is our rant about RPGs. I'm sorry if it's offended people. Well, no, I'm not.
That's what we're here for. See you next week.